Hello, I'd like to introduce you to the Yieldz System. Imagine for me for a second that you have two large buildings in a city separated by a river, with one building on the left side of the river and another on the right. They each represent two very large institutions in the United States. The one institution in building number one is where all your money flows, the first building. It's called a bank. And the only reason that you put all of your money in this building is because this institution provides access to your money. You see, yield given on a savings account right now is about 0.02% from a bank. Or another way to look at that is if you put the maximum insurable value inside of a bank from the FDIC, that's about $250,000, or otherwise about $50 a year. But the bank most likely charges you more than that just to have an account there. So your effective yield is zero. Yield is not the reason that you put your money in the bank. The only reason that you put your money in the bank is access. Access to the banking system, a network to move your economic value around. Simply put, you go to work and exchange your economic value, you get paid in dollars, and now you need a network to transfer that economic value around. And that is the function that you seek from a bank. Now we're going to talk about the second institution on the right side of the river. In the second building, this building represents a cash value life insurance company. And the first thing that we need to change is your mental framing, is the word life insurance. Because the institution in the first building doesn't let any other institution use the word bank. That word itself is regulated. So even if you were to use something like a bank, you can't call it a bank. See, this is why that second institution needs to go by another name. This institution sells a product called cash value life insurance. And what we're talking about is the function of this financial product inside of that institution that's not allowed to be called a bank. But we'll get back to that later. In this second institution, in building number two, the transmission of money is not the objective. The institution is for the growth and protection of money. You do not put your money in this institution to buy a cup of coffee at your favorite coffee house. So you put your money in here to protect your money from lawsuits and business failure, professional liability claims, personal guarantees and creditor judgments, bankruptcy exposure, and several other protections. And one of those protections is from the loss of your money from taxes. But you also put your money in here to compound growth. By placing money in this institution, every dollar that you put in compounds growth typically between 4 and 10% annually, which leads us to one of Einstein's less famous revelations when he said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it makes it, and he who doesn't pays it. And that is the difference between these two institutions. In the bank, you pay it by not earning it and letting the bank earn it off of you. And in the insurance company, you make it. But there is only one problem with that second institution: access. The bank allows quick, easy access to your money through their network. So what you give up for this access is your entire financial future of compounding every dollar that you've ever made in income. And make no mistake, when we show you the calculations of what this is costing you over a lifetime, it's generational wealth. But what if someone were to build a bridge from one of these institutions to the other and develop a financial system to move your money inside of that second institution that allowed you to move your money around and grant you the same type of access to using that first institution, the bank, to buy that cup of coffee? Well, introducing the Yieldz System. We're building that bridge. But the bridge that we're building from the life insurance company is to the future of banking, not the one that you're using now, where we're using the institution that provides cash value life insurance to deliver an alternative to the banking system where you receive the yield, not the bank. See, he who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it, all while receiving the protections of your wealth to compound your money uninterrupted for the rest of your life and build generational wealth that can be handed down completely tax-free, with access to your money through the most secure financial system on the planet, known as the blockchain, while securing that money behind your own digital Fort Knox in a self-custody digital vault, where you protect every dollar that you have ever earned, compounding that growth. For the first time in 113 years since the creation of the Federal Reserve, you will have a choice of what institution you choose to store and access your wealth. Welcome to the Yieldz System, a true alternative to the banking system, delivering true power back to you, the individual.